Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here with something not Sims related, as you can clearly see, but we are playing the demo version of Tiny Glade, and I'm so excited to do this because I've been waiting for this game or for this demo version to come out for such a long time. I don't know when I first discovered this game, but ever since I first saw it, I was so excited about it, and I'm so happy that the demo is finally out. I think it will be up for a limited time only, as far as I understood, so until June 17th maybe. I think it's not sure yet, but it's free to download right now on Steam, and I'm so excited that it's even running on my notebook because I think my graphic card is not actually supported, but for some mysterious reason it still works. So I already played around a little bit, and if you have no idea what Tiny Glade is, if you never heard of it, it's basically a very cozy, relaxing building game where you can build tiny castles or villages, houses, whatever. It is very intuitive to build with. We will do this in a minute. I just wanted to show off this little house that I built with it. I also built some sort of a castle. I'm still trying to get used to everything, but it's really very easy and I love it so much. So just showing you this little thingy I built. It is, yeah, like a little house in the woods. Yeah, you can already see that this little patch I was building on is just a tiny bit of what you will be able to build on in the full game, because again, this is just a demo version. The full game is coming out, I think, in the third quarter of this year, so I think they don't have a final release date yet, but I'm really so excited. I don't know what it will cost when it will come out, but the demo is free, as I said. It is just a super cute game, so you can see we have this little sheep running around. You can pet the sheep. It's so cute. And it's not gameplay related, it's really just about relaxing, building, creating whatever you want. And I just thought it might be really cool if we could just hang around and build a little bit. And I'm going to show you the other thing that I created. So this is the other castle I made, though this was the first thing I tried to do. It's a little bit wonky, but I think it's really cute. As you can see, daytime changes. It's night here right now, and you can see that all the lights behind the windows are on. It looks really so cozy and inviting, and I honestly would love to live in this little tiny castle. I think it would be just the best to load a new save and to just play around a little bit so you can see how everything works. At first I thought that you could only have one save at a time, if that makes sense, but apparently you can load the same world multiple times and have various building projects at the same time. So as you already saw on the screen that popped up right now, in the final version there will be 5 different glades. There will be one in winter, one, I don't really know, autumn. It looks a little bit more gloomy and dark. Oh, maybe it's raining there. It looks very nice. There's one that's very flowery, one that is autumn inspired, and currently we only have access to the summer world. So when you load this thing, this is what is there by default. We have this little wall with the gates in it, and I just show you how this works if you don't know anything about this game. Basically, if you draw a path through a wall, it will open a gate. So, you know, very intuitive. You can make it bigger and connect gates and things like that. And then I show you how you can draw walls, because this is so satisfying if you, like me, are used to playing The Sims, but you can literally build any shapes whatsoever. You can build really crazy stuff, and when you build something you can see how these plants of ivy are growing up the walls, and it is so cute. I will just delete everything so we can actually build a castle. My game is a little bit slow because, again, I think my graphic card is actually not supported. So my game is a little bit slow with everything. So I'm just going to delete everything. And yeah, we will just start building a tiny castle. And we will just see what we can do. So you can choose between either round shapes or a rectangular build, or you can just use the walls. And I haven't tried everything we can do yet, but basically you just place the build there and then you can shape it as you want to. You can make it longer, you can make it wider. If you have selected a certain unit, a build, you can click the right mouse button and then you will see all the options you have to customize it. So you can make it bigger, you can rotate it to any angle. Again, this is so satisfying compared with The Sims. And you can make it basically a platform. You can raise it very high up. And obviously you can also customize the roof, so you can lower the roof so you just have a platform, or you can raise the roof higher up. You can make it so you have that wonderful thing. You can also rotate it. And oh yeah, you can also make it very full, or you can make it more slanted. So yeah, there are a lot of options that you have, and you can see that if you build something, you'll have grass growing around it. So that is just happening on its own, and it really adds a lot of interest to the game because you never know exactly what will happen. So it always changes just a little bit depending on what you're doing with your build, and I think that's a very interesting dynamic. And I don't even know what I want to build, honestly. So maybe we will build some sort of a little platform. If you select that shape of a build, if you hold the left mouse button, you can drag it in any direction, make it smaller. I think this is the smallest it can get. And we are just going to put it next to this building. Maybe let's make it a little bit higher. And I want to build stairs on this platform. Maybe let's make the build itself a little bit higher. So to build stairs, basically you just have to select a path. And then you just draw the path to the platform where you want to have stairs, and you get stairs. Oh, wonderful. And now if we want to have a door, there are two ways. We can either also make it with this path tool, or we can select a window, put it on the platform, and you can combine several doors together to get a bigger door. So I want this very nice double door. And then I still want the building to be higher. So... And then I want to have windows above this door. So I want it to be a double window. So for this I just place a regular window and then I add another window next to it, and it automatically creates a bigger window. So I decided to turn the rest of this video into sort of a speed build because I wasn't fully realizing how long this video was until I started editing it, and I ended up with over 1 hour of footage. I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, I thought it might be more pleasant to watch if it is a little bit faster, and I'm used to doing speed builds anyways, so here we are. I wanted to add some sort of a bump out to this building. the way to do is that you choose another separate building unit and then you can add it to what you already built. It will snap to the building you already created. Unless you press left control, then you can place new parts or new building units without them snapping anywhere, so you can place them completely freely, and I didn't want that in this case, so I wanted it to snap to the upper part of this building, and then you can raise the foundation of this new building part so that you only have this bump out on the first floor, so to say. If you watched very closely, you probably noticed that I accidentally raised up the foundation of this main building that I placed before, and I didn't really realize that, but watching my footage now while I was editing it, it was so obvious to me, and I don't really know how that happened, but yeah, I accidentally raised it up to be on stilts, and I realized it later on when I was building, and I tried to fix it, and it messed up what I built a little bit. Not too much, because really building in this game is so organic, I will say, so if you change something, it won't really affect your build a lot. So I just had some windows being out of place, but that was so easy to fix. So what will happen is that maybe some of these little objects that spawn around the build when you place something, that they will change if you move the building around, but I did not have any bigger problems, and you really cannot do anything wrong when you're building. And I think this is one of the main aspects of building in this game and this game in general, that you cannot make wrong decisions, and whatever you do, there's always a way how to fix it. You cannot mess things up, basically, and I was very thankful for that. I was then adding more and more parts to this build because I really wanted to have a proper little castle. I was struggling a little bit with the roof. Like also in The Sims, the roofing is sometimes really challenging, and here I had to take some part of this video out because I was just trying around for a whole lot of time how I wanted the roof to look like and how I wanted to connect the two roof sections and the two buildings, and I was struggling a little bit just because I'm generally a little bit undecisive when it comes to roofs, and I wasn't really exactly sure how I wanted them to connect, and I was still trying to get used to how everything works. And you will see me being a little bit confused several times because I still hadn't fully learned all the mechanics, but as I said, it's actually really super simple. It was probably also because I recorded this video the very same day the demo came out. So as I've shown you before, I had already played around a little bit with the features of the game, but I was still rather new to it. But I really wanted to make a video because I was enjoying it so much, and in the meantime, I tried a little bit more. I think I've gotten a bit better, but yeah, in this video I was just jumping straight into it and I just wanted to play around. Oh, also, did you notice the sheep with the umbrella? This happens when a sheep gets in the way of your building and then they get this little umbrella and fly away to be safe. As I said, this game is super cute. Yeah, what was I talking about? I think, yeah, I just wanted to explain why this video is so chaotic and why this building process is kind of a mess, because yeah, I was just recording this video in this state of excitement of trying this game for the first time, and I was really hoping to get this video out shortly after the release of the demo, but yeah, it's already been some weeks now and I couldn't get the video finished because I had some other stuff to do. So yeah, looking back, it probably would have been better to just wait a few days and record the video a little bit more calmly, so to say, or at least in a way that was a little bit more well thought of, but it is what it is. I didn't want to redo the entire thing, and I'm just trying to work with this. If you're still here at this point of the video, thank you so much. I know it's been kind of a chaos, but whatever. I then was trying to build a gatehouse for this little castle, and the way I did this was that at first I built this rectangular building and then I added two round towers to the sides. However, I ended up not going with this first try because I actually wanted the gates to the courtyard of the castle to be open because I just wanted it to look more open, welcoming, I don't know. And if you draw a path towards a rectangular building, there will always be the closed wooden gates, and I wanted the gates to be open. So I ended up deleting this rectangular building section, and instead I was drawing just the brick walls between the two towers. And then I added kind of a bridge between the two towers on the upper floor, if this makes sense. And in this way, I could make the doors to the courtyard open. I made it overly complicated because at first I was first drawing the walls and then trying to add this bridge, and it didn't really line up. And then I redid it several times. But then in the end, it kind of looked just exactly like I was imagining it. And I think I really like how the castle ended up looking. And I was adding many more details, more windows and doors. And another very nice detail about windows that I didn't mention so far, but you probably noticed it. If you place a window on a roof, it will turn into a dormer, and I think it just looks very cute. And I was then also adding some pathways to this inner courtyard, and I tried to connect all the doors that I placed on the outside, and in the center of the courtyard I left some space for some flowers and just added some more details like the lanterns. But as you already noticed, there are a lot of details just showing up if you place on windows and doors. So we got all these little boxes standing around, and we've got these little forks, and we've got the little bird nests on the roofs. So there's just so much that you can discover while building, and every change you do affects the surroundings a little bit. And I was really having such a great time. And in the meantime, I've also played around with the game a little bit more, and I really can't wait for the full version of the game to come out. And yeah, please let me know what you think about it. I will just leave you to some music for the rest of the speed build. I usually do not do this for my sim speed builds, as you know, but I think this is just such a cozy game, and I have already been quite annoying with my rambling today, so I will just choose some chill music, and then I'll just be back at the end of the speed build. So enjoy! So I said I'd be back at the end of the speed build for some last thoughts. Honestly, I don't know if anybody made it until this point of the video because this was all over the place. Also, to add to this, I only realized pretty much at the end of me building this castle that you could actually just deactivate the passing of time, so you could just always build in daylight, and for some reason I didn't realize this at first, and so you also had the whole changing of daylight, which can be a little bit distracting and it makes it sometimes hard to see something if it's night, but now I know better, so let me know in the comments in case you're still here. Would you want to see more of Tiny Glade? Because I'd definitely be up to recording more videos, maybe this time with a little bit more focus on the actual building part and maybe something quicker, something shorter, maybe then also in real time. I don't really know, please let me know. I definitely go back to play this when the full game comes out. I already mentioned so many times how cute I think this game is, but I honestly really think that the developers did an absolutely amazing job with this game, like how alive everything is and how dynamic and intuitive the whole building process is. That's so impressive, and I really think this game is adorable and really inspiring, and I'm pretty sure that I will get the game as soon as the full version will be released. But maybe as long as the demo is out, maybe I'll get another video done. There are so many things I want to try, and yeah, please let me know what you think about that. And yeah, there'd be definitely more to explore. Like there's also a terrain tool, which for some reason I didn't really touch so far because like in The Sims, I'm a bit terrified of the terrain tool, but in this game, obviously, it's a whole different thing. So maybe there'll be another Tiny Glade related video out. I will end this video with some screenshots of the finished castle. I think it turned out really nice. And so yeah, we're pretty much at the end, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you still enjoyed it, even with it being as chaotic as it was. I'm usually building and renovating stuff in The Sims 4, so if you like to watch that type of videos, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope to be back very soon with a new video. In the meantime, stay safe and have a great week. Bye!